All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Okay, let's get to it. Still keep my part. Wait, no? Okay, yes.
We got a stakeout down on second. The thing was, he was a really nice guy. I felt that was tolerated.
It's him.
Do you have the address?
Been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
Oh, nah, that's not my bro. That's not my brother. That's not my brother. Rusty Galloway? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you can drive this time.
Can you drive to this one? What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
Damn.
What did he mean by the werewolves?
The Dahlia. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's going to happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
You're used to it, Phelps.
What the
Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Yo, what the fuck? Bro, why is every case getting worse
your beat?
and worse
Yes, sir.
and worse
Well, part of it.
and worse?
Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body.
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Let's look at all the evidence. What's this?
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
We got serial killers now? There's more to it? Good. I think that's it. But the bottom of this game doesn't move though. Only the three middle parts move. Am I mistaken? Okay, it looks different now.
The Bomba Club.
Oh,
Why steal a table lighter?
what country was that?
The victim's
know.
bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
He a freaky boy.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
What you mean? How you know it's men's size? Is that everything? Bro, I don't want to look at this body, bro. Come on, come on.
Cause of death?
It could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped.
What does that
Cuts
say?
look
Fuck
superficial.
BD.
I'll know for sure in an hour.
I think I'm gonna have to blur this out on YouTube.
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
It made.
Interesting.
Fuck BD. Yo, what? Yo, bro. What he got? Okay. Nah, that's
What's
crazy.
the writing on the victim mean?
BD, like Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Can we get to the bomba? A man could die of thirst on a case like this.
What? But where are we gonna go? Ew, bro. No, you're driving. You're driving. You're driving.
You drive. I'm gonna go over the case notes. The werewolf?
For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. They've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, oddshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
All right, let's walk in. Ready.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Three fingers of what, dude?
My eggs were running.
You going to pay?
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was.
Lovely woman.
Oh, so you had feelings for her. Okay. Okay. Sir. What should we start off with? Knowledge of husband.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
Fuck you. BD and sex.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
It was before Jacob?
Was it valuable? Could it be motive for her murder?
Who could say these days? I think it had more sentimental than monetary value.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
I feel like I'm messing up here. Should I go good cop? But he just lied to me.
You know
That's
him?
the wrong choice.
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
That's good.
He drove me up tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So we got that right.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you. You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
I feel like if I go good cop, he's gonna say some bullshit.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused. And she picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
Good.
Thanks, Mr. McCall.
2 for
You've
3.
been a big help. One more thing.
That's
Would you have
not
an
a
address
passing
for
grade,
Celine?
But
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
You ought to need to.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
I gotta go to that phone.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please. Thank you.
Mysterious ass music.
Any central unit, car 16 Adam reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identify.
Am I going the right way? Swear if I just drove for no... I'm not even close, bro. But... what about that gun store? Oh, that's a crime scene. Hey, buddy. You know what?
You're behind the wheel.
Thank you.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Windows broken into.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Whatever that means.
Size 9s. Above average for a lady.
Burglar used a pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
He's speaking facts. The fuck? If you sober up, you can...
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against
You can find me
at
at apartment 2.
Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Crazy
Don't
statement.
take all day about
What
it,
the
Phelps. I get nasty when
heck?
I'm thirsty.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Is that the ring box?
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
Tiffany, bro? You bought your girl a ring from Tiffany.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate. My colleagues had made all the necessary
You
arrangements.
said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate, but you have dealt with death before. I want you to come to the clinic and we can deal with it.
You said the house would be empty. How can I find peace?
Let's go to Jacob Henry. I'm not driving.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead. You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh,
for
my
RKO,
God.
pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk, pal. think the atmosphere's thick in here?
Ooh, yo, what do you yo, what do you mean by that? Yo, did this just say imagine a gas chamber?
The oldest problem there is what to do about the old lady.
Thanks for the something. I need you to do something about my wife, nigga.
Probably nothing.
Size 11s.
So he got somebody to kill his wife. Okay, that's great. It's time to talk, boy. Movement of it, the last contact with it, yeah.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
Bro, look at this. Yo, they do this ugly.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Okay, so this is where I accuse you.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
You're cooked. You're cooked.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
About as a piece. Like the fuck. Oh, there's my stair. Don't touch it. Bad cop.
We get the impression that Celine liked to live the glamorous life. How did she end up with a hump like you, Jacob?
Celine was one of the first woman pilots. She hung out with movie stars and royalty. But when she came back here broke and struggling, she married a mechanic. Put a roof over her head, food on the table. Not glamorous, but the best I could do. I'm not ashamed about that.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
Wait.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
Things got out of hand. There's nothing to accuse him of. So we just choose good cop?
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry.
That was...
I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
So you can prove that you came back here after you left your wife's place?
I came back here. I was here all night. Start work at 6:30. I'm not the going out type.
Say that.
So you can prove that you came back here after you left your wife's place?
But what about
I came back here. I was
ring?
here all night. Start work at 6:30. I'm not the going out type.
But the writing on the body. No, he could just say she's wearing the ring and stuff like that. That yeah, he has size 11 shoes. The murderer has size 8 shoes, so that no. Wait, what?
So you can prove that you came back here after you left your wife's place?
I came back here. I was here all night. Start work at 6:30.
You was here all night.
Not the going out type.
But wasn't
You called the bar to give yourself an alibi. Then you went after her, beat her, and dumped her in a park. I think you are a sack of shit, Jacob.
You're not gonna pin Celine's death on me. I'll take a lie detector test to prove it.
what about that?
McCall says he called and called and you didn't pick up.
I tried to get her help
'Cause
and
if
she
you was
laughed
at
in my
home-
face. Well, then, of course, she needs me. I'd had enough. Everyone has their limit.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Okay. You're awful hot. Let's just leave it at that.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective. You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Okay.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Bye-bye. I got a feeling we gonna pull up and it's gonna be the wrong address.
You know the way. You can drive. Brother said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Oh well, let's get it. Which apartment number is it again? Third floor? Okay. Of course.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
But
Take a look around and see what you can find.
this has nothing to do with anything. Bro, stop.
Optimistic, Cole.
Oh, what's this key to?
I doubt it.
You don't think the key is to anything? Dude. Trace the serial
Take
number?
a smarter man than me to connect that.
There's nothing on the gun. They're not very smart.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey! What gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Yo, Cole,
Mendez,
you
stop
gotta
right
be
there.
tripping. I say you just jump down, but that's just me.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Get in and drive. Hit it.
I'm sorry,
Clean this
sir.
asshole off the road. got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch.
Fuck.
Fellas, you gotta get me closer. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
The car's
You're
gonna
under
blow
arrest
up.
for the murder of...
You guys don't play GTA, man. Darn it. Oh.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.